Good afternoon to everybody. Good afternoon to everybody. So in last lecture, we have discussed regarding the Boyle's law, Char's law, and kinetic gas equation and the derivations derived for the kinetic gas equation. So my next point from your syllabus is what are the reasons of deviations from ideal behavior? Reasons from deviation of ideal behavior. So let us we see the what are the reasons for deviation from ideal behavior. Friends, you know that uh, what is the volume of a gas molecule. So just one by one I will discuss with you some deviations or what are the reasons to for the deviation from the ideal behavior. Now, first one is, volume of gas molecule is nothing but the actual volume occupied by the gas molecule is very negligible in comparison with the volume of the container, because a container is a big quantity as compared to the volume of gas. So volume of a gas is very negligible in comparison with the volume of a container. Now this is the main reason of deviation for the ideal behavior, because in case of ideal behavior we are saying that the volume of gas molecule is nothing but a volume of gas of a container. So but in this case the volume of a gas molecule is very negligible, means very less, but the volume of a container is large. So in comparison with the container, the volume of a gas molecule is very less, or you can say negligible. Now can we calculate the actual volume of a gas? Of course, yes, we can calculate the actual volume of a gas. How it is to be calculated? The actual volume of a gas will be calculated by, if you subtract the volume of container and the volume of a gas molecule, automatically the value of this actual volume of gas will be positive, because the volume of a container is large and the volume of gas molecule is small. So by subtracting the value of volume of container and volume of gas molecule, we will see the actual volume of gas. This is a second reason of deviation from the ideal behavior. Now let us we move to third case of this deviation. Now you know that friends, molecules of the gas molecule do not exert any force of attraction over any other. But in reality of the cases, what happens? The real gases exert force of attraction. Means in the ideal case, what we have discussed in first lecture, that there is a there is a no force of attraction as well as no force of repulsion is exist between the gaseous molecule. But if you consider the reality of the real gases, in the real gases there is a force of attraction will be there, means the force of attraction will be exerted in case of real gases. So as we increase the distance between two molecules, there is a increase in force of attraction. Means if you move one molecule and another molecule, means if you increase the distance between two molecules, there is a increase in the force of attraction. Now what happens? This is the third reason for the deviation of the ideal behavior. Means that in the ideal behavior, what we expect, there is a no force of attraction, no force of repulsion. But actually for the real gases, what happens? If we increase the distance between the two gaseous molecule, there is an increase in the force of attraction. Hence from the ideal behavior, the gaseous molecule will be there, and that's why what happens, from the ideal behavior the deviations are expected at high pressure. Means this ideal behavior are expected at the high pressure, not at the low pressure. Now this is the third reason for the deviation of the ideal behavior. Now let us we move for the fourth point regarding this kinetic energy of the molecule. Now you know that kinetic energy of the molecule increases. Some of the kinetic energy is used to overcome intermolecular forces. Means some of the kinetic energy is used to overcome the intermolecular forces. Hence what happens? The gas behaves as ideally. But if you lower the temperature, the average kinetic energy of the gas molecule will be decreased, because in first that is postulates of kinetic theory of gases, I have represented you that kinetic energy of the gas molecule is directly proportional to the temperature. What happens if you decrease the temperature, that is temperature is lowered, what happens? Average kinetic energy of the gas molecule should be decreased. Now it may be not sufficient to overcome the force of attraction, means this kinetic energy of the gas molecule will be decreased, but this is not sufficient for the force of attraction, to lower the force of attraction. Hence the deviation from the ideal behavior will be observed in case of this ideal behavior. Now we will move to next slide, that van der Waals equation of state from your syllabus. The second point is, or next point is, van der Waals equation of state. What is van der Waals equation? P plus n square a that divided by v square v minus nb is equal to nRT is nothing but van der Waals equation of state. Now what is van der Waals equation? Van der Waals equation shows the relation between all the variables at the given state is called as the equation of state. Now the variables are there and these variables are related with the given state. So this van der Waals equation is nothing but it is the best relation between the all the variables of the given state. For gaseous state, what are the variables? P is the pressure, V is the volume, T is the temperature, and N is the number of molecules present in the gas container. Now these variables are defines the state, that is PV is equal to nRT. Now this PV is equal to nRT is nothing but equation of state, because if we change the state of that material, the property of that material may be changes. Now that's why this mathematical equation which represent the state of equation or physical properties, how they are dependent on each other, it will be represented by the mathematical equation, and that equation is called as the equation of state. So here also PV is equal to nRT is nothing but equation of state. Equation of state. Just 1 minute. PV is equal to nRT is nothing but equation of state. Now in this case also, this is not obeyed by the real gases. This PV is equal to nRT is not obeyed. Now this equation is not obeyed by the real gases for all the values of pressure, volume, and temperature. So these are the variables of equation of state. Now what happens? And some parameter has to be taken into account to explain the behavior of the real gases. So to explain the behavior of the gases, we have to take account some of the parameters like PVT. Now we will move to next point, that there are two faulty assumptions for the kinetic theory of gases. Let us see what are these two faulty assumptions for the for the kinetic theory of gases. First faulty assumption is that the volume of gas molecule is negligible in comparison with volume occupied by them. Volume occupied by them. Just 1 minute. The volume of gas molecule is negligible in comparison with volume occupied by them. Means gas molecule occupies very small amount of volume, so it's very negligible as compared to the volume occupied by them. Actually, if the gas molecule is filled in cylinder, we are saying that the how many gas molecule is there? The gas molecules are filled with cylinder, but actually the volume of gas molecule in that cylinder is very less, means negligible volume of gas molecule is there. This is a faulty assumptions of kinetic theory of gases, because in kinetic theory of gases what we have discussed, if cylinder is filled with gas, we call that there how many volume of gas is there? One cylinder gas is there, but actually the total cylinder is filled with gas, but there is a great distance between each and every gas molecule, and that's why actual volume of gas molecule in that cylinder is very less. That's why you are calling them the volume of the gas molecule is very negligible. So this is the first faulty assumption of the kinetic theory of gases. Let us we move to next kinetic theory of gases, or faulty assumptions of kinetic theory of gases. Now we have seen that in assumptions of kinetic theory of gases, that there is a no intermolecular force of attraction as well as there is a no intermolecular force of repulsion present in the gaseous state, but van der Waals provided an equation of state that will be obeyed by all real gases at all values of pressure and temperature. Means although we are saying that there is a no intermolecular force of attraction as well as repulsion, but Van der Waals have suggested that there is intermolecular force of attraction between the gaseous molecule, and this intermolecular force of attraction will be provided or explained on the basis of equation, and that equation has been explained by the Van der Waals equation. So what is that equation? I have shown here. This is the gas equation or Van der Waals equation of state. In this equation of state, Van der Waals provided that how there is a intermolecular force of attraction is there between the gaseous state at the all values of the pressure and temperature. Now let us we move to next point from your syllabus, that is critical phenomena. And after completion of that critical phenomena, I will explain with you PV isotherm of real gases. Means the PV isotherm means product to volume, pressure to volume product, how the isotherm of real gases has been presented graphically, and how the P and V, the graph of pressure and volume, has been plotted, and relation between P and V at constant temperature or variable temperature has been explained by the PV isotherm. First of all, I will explain with you what is in the critical phenomena. Friends, you know that just I am taking a basic concept before going to start critical phenomena. Let us you see what is meant by boiling point. Now, friends, just you see here, when you boil the liquid, what happens at the initial stage? There is a pressure of vapors at the surface area of the liquid. Now liquid will be let us going to convert into vapors. Liquid will be going to convert to yes, vapors. So when liquid is heated in the open vessels, what happens? The vapor pressure of a liquid increases. Vapor pressure of a liquid increases at its boiling point. Now, what is boiling point? When vapor pressure of a liquid becomes equal to the atmospheric pressure. Now this is called as a vapor pressure. Now when this vapor pressure exactly equal to that of atmospheric pressure, at that time liquid will be boils. Now I am shown here next in next vessel, in next diagram I have shown here. Now this is the vapor pressure shown by this red arrows. Now just are you watching this? This is the vapor pressure. Now comes from this bottom of the liquid. This is the vapor pressure. Now atmospheric pressure, the pressure exerted or the pressure which is toward the downward direction or opposite to that of vapor pressure. Now exactly vapor pressure is equal to atmospheric pressure. At that time liquid will be boils. Now I am showing here in this text box also, when a liquid is heated, just to look these two figures, two diagrams. When a liquid is heated in open vessels, what happens? The vapor pressure of liquid increases. Now this is the pressure of vapor or vapor pressure increases. Now up what time it will be increases? Now it will be increases up to certain limit. After that one, what happens? If atmospheric pressure and vapor pressure will be equals to same or becomes equal, that is at that time a liquid will be boils. Now this is called as a boiling point of any liquid. Now just we will move to next that is liquefaction of gases. Now what is meant by liquefaction of gases? I am showing here in this figure that now liquefaction of gases will be done on the basis of these two. If we decrease the temperature of gas, there is a liquefaction. When we increase the pressure of the gas, there is a liquefaction. Means liquefaction will be possible by two ways. First, low temperature and high pressure. That means if you decrease the temperature, liquefaction will be possible. If you increase the pressure, liquefaction will be possible.
हॅलो सर.
Yes.
सर कोण तर अनम्यूट आहे, तर आवाज येत नाही नीट.
एक मिनिट, एकच मिनिट.